See Weather Lab. Here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, it's going to be a chilly one tonight. Throw on an extra blanket for sure. Got to have the heaters going. Be careful with those space heaters as well, as we've mentioned in the past. After tomorrow morning, a gradual milding trend, but still a chilly one tomorrow night, but not as cold as tonight. And then by the end of the week, back into the 70s, and I think we have a shot at the 80s, believe it or not, come Saturday. In between, a weather maker coming up on Friday. More on that in just a bit. But as we take a look at the big picture, next storm system, our weather system that's going to be our Friday system, still up here in the Pacific Northwest, south of Alaska. So got a time to watch that. In between, not a whole lot going on. Much of the U.S. being dominated by a large spiral of low pressure in the upper parts of the atmosphere. Lower parts still producing snow. This is part of that blizzard that hit portions of the high plains in the Midwest yesterday. Now still producing snow from Cleveland through Pittsburgh, then upstate New York. Rain, the whole mess. They've had high surf along the coast as well. And for us, just dry air pouring in behind that system and chilly air. Crystal clear skies across the region tonight. Look for that three-quarter waning moon out there as well. Temperature-wise, we started off in the lower 40s, got up to 58 this afternoon. We'll probably see similar numbers tomorrow, minus the wind, so it's going to feel milder. But in the near term, temperatures beginning to fall nicely, especially north and west of us, where we're seeing mid-30s. So nice and cold as we start the day tomorrow, with a light freeze and frost likely for most of us, so keep that in mind. Make sure the plants are covered and the pets have a warm place to stay. Don't need to worry about the pipes. Still cool at lunchtime, but into the mid-50s. Notice light north to northwest winds. They get even lighter by day's end, so fair skies should be pleasant for commute time tomorrow evening. And then as we head into Wednesday, still another nice day, but as high pressure shuttles off to the east, we'll start to see a return flow, especially going into Wednesday afternoon. That means milder temperatures, some high clouds coming in, but it should be still relatively nice for Wednesday. Now we get into Thursday. We start watching this area of low pressure off to the west that's going to be deepening with time. That's going to induce a little bit of a warm frontal boundary, so a few showers possible as we head into Thursday. But Friday's when the main action's coming in. We're going to see a pretty interesting conditions aloft developing, where we could see some pretty potent thunderstorms developing Friday afternoon, perhaps into Friday evening. This is the European model, and there is a slight risk of severe weather perhaps just to the north and west of us, but we're going to have to keep an eye on the storms. And then there could be some pretty heavy rainfall. That storm system moves up across the high plains, and then we have a lot of breezy conditions, dry air coming in from the west. So that's why I think we have a shot at hitting 80 degrees on Saturday. Cooler air gradually filters in as we go into Sunday, and then colder air returns as we go into next week, and eventually we'll see temperatures 50s for highs and 30s for lows once again toward the end of the week. European model going for near freezing a week from this Thursday, but a week from this Thursday, a long ways away. That part of the forecast likely to change. Well, we will be watching. Here's the European model rainfall output for Friday into Friday night. A couple of inches of rain. The GFS model not so bullish on the rain, so we'll just have to wait and see and reevaluate that deeper into the week. Temperatures tonight down to freezing or below northern parishes from Highway 190 on northward, and then I-10 corridor 33, and you could still generate frost if the winds die down enough across all of Acadiana with this weather scenario, and a light freeze down to the coast as well, exception being Cameron, Morgan City, mid-30s, maybe even a little patchy frost there first thing in the morning as well. Then after that chilly start, temperatures warm up nicely into the mid to upper 50s, but still a good 10-12 degrees below normal. Tomorrow night will favor mid to upper 30s. I think we'll be a little bit cooler than what the model's going for here, but the numbers will be rising toward daybreak, so maybe a light frost Wednesday morning, and then Wednesday afternoon into the 60s. So a cold winter night on tap. Winds are easing up. Light freeze and frost for everyone by morning. 33 the low tonight, 57 the high tomorrow. Should be a lovely day, feeling warmer thanks to those light winds. Here's the preliminary forecast for the Sun Belt Championship game when the Cajuns go up to Boone, North Carolina. Looking wet with temperatures in the 40s. Rain chances starting out at 30%, but they could be up to 60 to 70% before the game is over. Our weather getting milder toward the end of the week as promised. There's that 80 degrees on Saturday, and then we gradually cool off once again. So that 10-day forecast featuring temperatures near freezing and 80 degrees, and that's the way it's been going. It just happened just yesterday. We were at 79, and tomorrow morning we'll be at 32 or 33.
Life in Louisiana.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
you, Rob.